we're going to be talking about contacts and tags. In order to get to this place, all you've got to do is on your top where the navigation bar is, hover over contacts and click contacts, and you will be here. So at the moment, you probably wouldn't have created any contacts, and if you have, then you'll probably see something here. But right now, we've not created anything. So before we do, let's just go over why this is so important, and then we'll go over each of these little options and actually how you can do it and import and all sorts of things. So the contacts tab is a really important section of the system, or really any system that allows you to import contacts. Why? Because ultimately, if you're a business owner, or if you're an affiliate marketer, or really treating affiliate marketing as an actual business, then you'll know that the most important aspect of a business is in fact your database, is the people who are interested in your products or have already purchased your products, because they're the people that we earn money from. And ultimately, if your business isn't generating money, then really you're going to starve. So this is a really important aspect. Now, in online marketing, they say that every lead, every email that you get into your business is worth $1 or 50 pence, really, 50 to 60 pence. And that's because you should always be able to sell something of a value of at least $1 to your customers, to your email subscribers, whether that's an ebook or a small subscription to something. It really doesn't matter what it is. It's as long as you can gain that value, that money for that email. Now, this is where a lot of people in business and affiliate marketing fail, because they do loads and loads of things, but they never seem to collect a database. And we spend so much time and effort and money trying to amass that database or trying to find customers, that we actually forget of how much money we can earn from existing customers. But if you don't collect that email, especially in the affiliate marketing world, and you're promoting one-off softwares and stuff, then you're actually losing out on a lot of other money, because let's face it, affiliate marketing is only as good as the product that you're promoting. So if you're promoting a software product, a one-off website build, for example, and you don't receive that email, then really you've lost all the other money from potentially giving them email marketing systems or courses or advice. If you are a cleaning company, not an affiliate but a cleaning company, then potentially you will want your new customers to let them know that, you also offer ongoing services, and once a month you send them an email. So making sure you are collecting your customers or subscribers or leads, whatever you want to call them, information, and having it in a centralized area, preferably like Systeme, is definitely the way to go to becoming very, very successful. Okay. So now that I've covered that bit, let's actually talk about this. So on the left, you can see you've got filter, by, and saved filters. Now, if you don't know what a filter is, it's basically just a way to get more and more specific with the information that you want to be showed. So for example, if you only want to show information which is containing people's first name, then you'll simply select that. Contains or begins or equals, ends with, if I want to find John Smith, for example, or all people. Let's say I want to do a marketing campaign and I only want to give 30% discount to people with the name John. Okay, so I can actually type in the first name contains John, and it will show all the people who have John as their first name, and then bang, I can send them an email saying, hey, check it out, here's 30% discount because the name John is awesome. Now, obviously, that's a really far-fetched campaign, but it actually can be very effective. And it's the same. Let's say I want to be country specific, so I only want to target people in England, or if I'm doing emails and I don't want to confuse pound and dollars, then this is how I'll do it. So choose country, and then if all people from England, I'll just type in England, but it'll be United Kingdom probably, yeah, or all people from United States, and you can see bang, just like that. So this is a great way. And of course, let's talk about tags. Now, it's funny, if you've been in the online game for a while, then you'll probably know that the way we used to filter things and categorize things is by folders or grouping things. Now, a tag is basically the exact same thing. So if you've ever been on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, people, the way I like to think of this is that people will place a hashtag. So a hashtag food porn, for example. Okay, so anyone who puts a hashtag food porn in their caption and then clicks on it, it will only show all images relating to the hashtag food porn. It's kind of like a folder in its own right called food porn. So with tags, it's basically the same thing. So let's do a basic lead system. So with leads, you've got something called cold, you've got something called warm, you've got something called hot, and then you've got customer. So cold is, they've never really heard of you, a customer's never heard of you, and hot is they're ready to buy your products. Okay, so if you're doing a basic sales funnel, you can create the 4 tags. So for example, hashtag cold, hashtag warm, hashtag hot, and hashtag customer. So if you clicked on tag, contact tag with or without, or so contact tags with, and then you choose your hashtag. And again, we've not actually created this yet, but it will make sense down the line. And then as long as I've created the tags cold, hot, all of that, then we can do specific things with very, very focused groups of people. And again, down the line, you'll understand why this is so effective if you don't already. But that's basically filtering. And with save filters, again, you'll see later down the line. But this is an area where if you've already started filtering things, it will show here. Okay, and so it's like it's a quickie sort of thing. Okay, so let's actually add a contact. So I'm going to click create contact here, and you can see you've got all of these fields here. Okay, and let's just say one of these pre-made fields, let's say you want to add another field, something like where is this person from? So person source. Okay, and we'll do text or country, and this is going to be text. So you can, person source is right here. So you can actually type where this person's from. So for example, it's really important when you're doing online marketing or, you're generating leads online to know where these people are actually coming from. Because if more people are coming from Facebook to Twitter, then that's actually a better place for your product. And if you're not tracking this sort of thing, then well, it's not the most intelligent thing not to be doing. So you want to make sure you know where everyone's coming from. So the person source is going to be Facebook. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly pause the video and just fill out the rest of these fields, and so you can see what it looks like. Okay, so I filled out the majority of the information, my company VAT. I've not filled out company VAT or zip code, but I've done my email, my first name, my company name, which is Rent SEO, my city, the country I'm in, my last name, and this will all be the same for your leads or your contacts. And again, we are going to be able to auto-populate these once we start creating the funnels, so we don't need to worry about manually doing it every single time. This is just for illustration purposes. So I've not been able to create a tag yet, and the reason why is because we've actually not created any tags. So we're going to select it in a minute and we'll come back to it. But first, this is how you create a contact. So once you've filled in all that information, go ahead and click save. Okay, so now you can see that the contact is in here. So if you click on it, you can see everything you need to know, if they're on a subscription, which email campaign they come from, how many payments, which tag history, etc. And this might be a bit confusing, but this is basically, you can set up automated rules. So for example, we can put cold. Okay, so remember the example hashtag cold. So the first stage of one of our funnels will be cold. Once they click on a page and enter their information, then we can assign it so they automatically move from cold list into warm list. And then once they maybe purchase your ebook for $1, remember how we always want to try and get at least $1 per email subscriber. Well, once they've purchased that for $1, then they're going to go into hot, and that's when you can start giving them some juicy content like courses or anything on those lines. So that's basically all this information here. And let's go ahead and create a tag. So let's go back to contacts, and under where it says contacts, click on tags. And another thing you might want to notice, and if you are a builder all user, and if you are, you may have noticed that builder all can be. I'm not slagging them off or anything because I do think they're fantastic software, but builder all are a little slow and they're very module based, and for some reason I feel like the actual infrastructure isn't great with them, and I feel like one of the biggest things about being online is efficiency, and if you've got slow software, then you've got slow production. But as you can see with Systeme, it's actually really, really fast, which is exciting. Okay, so we're in tags area, and let's click on add a new tag. Okay, and again, like I said, we're going to be doing cold. So save. And now you can see this tag has been successfully created, and you can see all of this, and you can see subscribe today, yesterday, total, but I'm going to create another one. I'm going to call it warm. I'm going to create another one, and I'm going to call it hot. And I'm going to create another one, and I'm going to call it customers. Okay, and do you know what? I'm going to do one more, and I'm going to call it subscriber. Okay. Now, of course, you don't need to name them this. I just like to try to stay as businessy as possible when I'm creating funnels and titles and everything, because I am a little bit of an affiliate marketer, but I am also a business owner. There's always a lot of terminology and what's not that crosses over, but I like to treat everything as a business. So these are just strong tags, titles, terms that I've always used in my whole career. But remember, you name them to what you're comfortable with. That's really important. So now that we've created tags, let's go back to contacts. Let's head over to the contact that we created, which was this here. And now you can see select tags. Now you can select cold, customers, and you can select multiple. But actually, now that I'm in the system, I'm going to be warm. Okay. Actually, no, I've not purchased anything, so I'm going to be cold. Okay, and I'm also going to be a subscriber as well. So I'm going to click save, and now you can see that's like so. So let's just say I want to filter the tag. So contact does not tagged with, and we're going to do hot. Okay, add condition. Oh, that's done. Okay, and now save filter. And do you see how you can save filters? So only show hot tag. Okay, save. And I think I've actually done that wrong. Sorry, so let me change that to without, and I'm just going to save. Let's just go back here, edit this. Sorry, I did the wrong thing. It's actually contact with, and then you can see that's now been filtered out. If we change it back, bang, there you go. So that's contacts and tags, and the importance of making sure you've got your contacts syncing within your system. So in the next one, we're going to start covering the rest of these titles there.